Typical Chris Gayle. Typical Chris Gayle. He stood up, opened his shoulders, and let loose. And the crowd are loving it.
Edged and 4 runs. Second slip has just been taken out. And it was an edge, would have gone straight into the hands of Mike Hussey. Almost off the face of the bat, and Shane Watson it is at first slip. Couldn't get there.
Oh, that's a typical Chris Gayle shot. Puts it away for the second boundary in the over. 26 for 1.
Just a little short arm jab from Chris Gayle.
Now that's 4. Almost everything that has been nudged fine has run away for 4 because of the shortness of those straight boundaries here at Warner Park.
I'm not sure this is where Chris Gayle intended the shot to go, but it was effective. I think the most important thing is that he managed to keep it down. He was never in danger of being offered as a chance, and anything fine on these short boundaries. Typical Chris Gayle. Typical Chris Gayle. He stood up, opened his shoulders, and let loose. And the crowd are loving it. I think brutal would be the word to use for that shot.
Yeah, I don't think there could be a more appropriate description of it. Really climbed into it. It was close to him. Not a half volley by any means.
And here goes Chris Gayle back over the top. Straight hit, getting the maximum.
Well, he's picked the gap pretty well. It was probably catchable. There's a deep mid-off and a deep mid-on, but Gayle hit that flat and hard right in between the two men, deep on the boundary.
He's gone again. This time 1, 2 bounces, 4 more. Looking to push it on. Chance to capitalize as Hopes gets a bit closer within his range.
Very well struck again by Gayle. A full toss wide of Andrew Simons at mid-on, and also deep mid-on. Consecutive boundaries, a 6 and a 4.
That will take him to his 50. Chris Gayle single to complete the over, and another half century for the West Indies captain. His 7th 50 in his last 11 one-day international innings. He gets the appreciation of his teammates to keep his team on course. 86 for 1 after 17 overs. Gayle 50. Full toss, banged away for 4. Well, they got the treatment, but I agree with you, Bish, that even his body language from Shane Watson just doesn't indicate that he's happy with himself.
He's gotten 6 for it, Chris Gayle. And there's been some damage done to the sponsors board. Looks to be Marsh, the fielder, in an attempt to pull that one out of the sky. Short ball. Chris Gayle was onto it early. And Marsh, just forgetting how close those boards are to the boundary, could have brought down the scaffolding.
He could have done himself a serious injury. Probably a bit relieved that he's still there in one piece and not being carted off on a stretcher.
And Chris Gayle stands and delivers one bounce into the boundary. So immediately he greets the Australian captain with one of his trademark shots.
But that's a good way to say hello to the captain. Smashing him back over his head. On this small ground, the long one had no chance with the power of Chris Gayle.
Here he goes. That's huge. From the time it left the bat, that's on the way down to Bastyr. Well, he's taken to James Hope, so you heard Greg Blewett early on in his early spell. He went after him. That's a big one. Well, he just decided this ball's going to go. Hit it right out of the middle of the bat and cleared the fence by a long way. It's in the air, someone's catch, and it's Clark who is going under it and takes it, and Gayle goes. Correction is Hope's. Well, he tried to go over the top once too often, spiraled off the top edge, and Gayle falls short of 100, out for 92. Good catch by Hope, who was in the air for a long time. Watson picks up the wicket. Mentioned that Watson was in the middle of a good over, and a slow ball looked like an off-cutter. May have just gone away from Gayle, and Hope's running backwards. Took a pressure catch, really. It was up there for a while, and that was